Hey folks, I'm Daryl Cagle, and this video is going to be coloring of my Mexico Eagle versus American Eagle glaring cartoon that you can see me drawing in a separate video. And let's get going here. So this is the line art that I just finished in the other video, and I'm going to color it in Photoshop. So let's get going here. I appreciate if you will chat while I do this so that I don't entirely talk to myself. Let's say here, this is the Mexican eagle on their flag, and I need to keep that up to be able to get my color reference. So here's how I start out on all of these. I need to add a bunch of layers. So first let's make it grayscale. Oh, well, first let's save it. Eagles. CMYK. Okay. And I'll make it CMYK. Now I'm going to put the line art at the top. And I'm going to select the black, and that's probably going to be a bunch of garbage colors, as it is. Let's go in and let's select the color range. Come on. All right, now let's make it 100% black. And we will fill. Now let's go to the inverse. And I will delete the white. And I'm going to put it down here on the bottom layer. Okay, now let's go back to our black and see if it really is black. And it is. Okay, good. I'm going to make that top black line layer multiply, which means that the colors will show through it. Will be printed under it, I should say, when it's printed. Most people do their art for the web these days, and they don't think much about how things print. Kind of an old-fashioned thing to think about how things print, I guess. Oh, nice to see you there, Dosadandy. Well, I'm getting big here. I should move those nice comments up a little bit so they're not hidden behind my head. That's a little better. Okay, so back to Photoshop. Still hidden behind my head, huh? Wait till I lean forward and I'm out of the picture most of the time. Alright. What do I want for a black background? I have that, It's a white background. Maybe it doesn't. Nah, it needs some background. What if I go very light and do a little bit of, well, let's make the image size go down to 400 dpi. Because it's going to be a little too big for working with, and the font doesn't need to be that big. And let's get some light blue. We'll bump that up a bit. Opacity 9. And I'll just give it a little bit of textural something going on here. Just a little bit of sense that there's something in the background. Okay, I think I may need to look at that Mexico art while I'm doing this. I'm going to move it up over here. That looks good. And I should close these windows in the Finder, huh? And I don't need that. Okay, that's better. A little bit of house cleaning. All right. Well, I might as well start on the Mexican one. Let's give him some beak color. That looks good. Oops. So what's going to happen is that these colors go behind the black lines, and they should be clean and crispy. The black line should be clean and crispy. I'm just going to lay in base colors, and then I'll come back and add some light and shadow and details. American Eagle's nose, I think, should probably be nose. His beak a little bit wider. Let's go with this. Okay, and then I think I'll go back to this for his feet. Busa Dandy says, are you sure it should be orange for the American eagle? Well, I think, yeah, I could go either way, you know, yellow and orange. I think of them being a little more lighter yellow, like that, rather than the orange. A little lighter than the Mexican eagle, which is this. Gonna need a little bit of orange because it's a Trump joke. Right, I get it. Yeah, I've got to give him the yellow hair, the orange hair. I might as well do that at the same time, huh? 10, 12, 100. I do get complaints from readers about not making Trump orange enough. People want him to be really orange. All right, let's do it. Let's just give him the orange hair, and then I'll come back. That's too much. This is just a base. I've got to come back and do light and dark and lighten his hair up quite a bit. Let's put that up here. Oops. Give him a little bit of texture in the hair. Ooh. Trumpy enough? Okay, that's the Trump hair. It is what it is. Now let's go back and fill in our eagle. He's got like 4 colors. That looks a little better. Let's go with that. And again, this is just a base. I'll have to come back and do lights and darks. Drawing on my Wacom tablet, my Wacom Cintiq. I might be able to show that to you. Oh! No, it's all going crazy. Well, anyway, the general idea. It's right here in front of me. Dose Dandy writes, how long did it take you to get used to using a Wacom? Well, I only use it to color. As you see, I do my line drawing the traditional way with pencil on vellum. And so I'm one of those holdouts who really never did quite fully get comfortable with a Wacom. Lots of guys do all their work on the Wacom, and there is no real drawing that happens on a piece of paper. But getting used to it for coloring, easy as can be, because it's very friendly to coloring. I'll make the Trump Eagle a little bit of a different kind of brown, maybe more of a umber. I still do think in terms of paints, and it has been a long time since I've done a painting. I used to do paintings all the time. It'd be most of what I did. I'd be sitting with my paintbrush and my gouache. Now I don't paint anymore, which is a little bit sad. I kind of miss it. Sometimes I'll go to a festival or something, pull out the watercolors and do little paintings on the fly. I'm doing a festival in Belgium in May, and an exhibition there, and I will announce it on the site in case you're interested in going, in case you live near Belgium. I should move this up a bit so that you can see what my color scrap looks like. Probably should have done the diamonds on the snake. I just wasn't thinking. Just drawing a snake out of my head. Okay, he's a good looking brown. Let's see what other kind of brown we want to do for this American eagle. Maybe a little more cyan. A little less magenta. Do I like that? See if I like this one as a starter better. It's got a lot of black in it. I like to try to avoid black. Those Standy writes, I'm in San Diego. Do you ever attend Comic-Con? I used to attend Comic-Con all the time. I used to do a panel every year on editorial cartoons, but they kind of lost interest in that. I think editorial cartoonists are old codgers. $40, $47, $75. What color is this eagle? He's really kind of pretty, not very brown, huh? That's not quite what I want. That one has a bunch of black in it. Maybe it needs the black. All right, I'm gonna go with the black just because it's a little bit easier to think of. But yeah, I like Comic-Con. No, that's wrong. That needs to be a little lighter. Let's go with that. Oh, that looks better. Let's do that. Comic-Con invited me to do a panel on the Charlie Hebdo murders. And I originally said yes, but then I got second thoughts, so I didn't really want to talk about that. So I backed out. Didn't go that year. Maybe that was last year. I thought that was a good thing for them to want to do, but I just didn't want to be the guy to do it. So a couple of those were guys I knew. Okay. Eagle 2 color. Excuse me. I don't like going with anything on the black channel and color, but sometimes it's just so much easier to figure out your color if you use a little black. Okay. Now, what color is this snake? Kind of a dull green, huh? Okay, that should do it. Let's put him underneath. Give the snake its own layer. Okay, let's go back to that. Now let's do the cactus. Oh, I didn't do, well, I guess that's right. Alright, give him a little bit of softness at his edge here. Okay. Okay, let's do this cactus. That should be probably 35, 0, 10. Things are always print darker than you expect. Greens, opacity. Okay, I think that looks right. Right enough. This is going to print so much darker. Okay, get some pink for these little prickly pears. I need to make myself remember to talk clearly at a normal speed rather than doing this talking slowly because I'm thinking about something else. Okay. I think that looks good. Okay, this pillow thing is kind of an orange, light orange. Could have a little more yellow. And then let's see, bright green. Here. And here on the ribbons. Then a bright red. Here. And here on the ribbons. And let's see, I need that cyan for this little bit of water thing. I'm going to go with 40 cyan. All right. Then these Christmas lights are kind of yellow with a little bit of orange. The little flowers have that little bit of orange. Okay, as do these little flowers. Okay, now this other kind of green, very similar to the snake, huh? Let's do that. I'll just do it similar to the snake. Feed working well for you guys? I'm getting a spinning wheel on my little monitor here.
different plant, but the same green on both sides.
Hellward69, yes, just fine drawing, looks great. Thank you so much. So, Hellward, have you followed me? I do need the follows.
Okay, now what do I need? I need to come back and clean this stuff up. Okay.
Yeah, Hellward, I have not been very good about streaming. You have my apologies. Sorry about that. The problem is that it's much easier not to stream. But thank you for being an old follower. I don't like that. Just a little bit of hint of ground color is what I want. Okay. Well, let's come in and do some shades. Oh, is that the layer I should have used for that? No, because I used it on Trump here. Let's do shades up here. Okay. So, Hellward69, you notice I don't have a beard anymore. First video with no beard. Let's make that a little darker. Almost didn't know who I was. Bloody hell. So is it better without the beard, or is the beard better? Do I look younger or older without the beard? You know, very often I come on Twitch and somebody says, "You've got to be the oldest person on Twitch."
Okay, there's that. Oh, I look younger. Good, good, good. That's what I want to hear. You knew I'd say that. Alright, let's bring that down to there. Give him a little bit of tone. Not really matching anything on him because I didn't do his diamond colors right. Let's give him a little bit of, he's got real orange happening there for his underside, huh? Let's try a little bit of that. Make it light and put it up there. Nah, that's too orange. Not too orange for the flag, which makes him pretty orange, but too orange for me. I don't want to call attention to his bottom side. I just want him to have some snake character. Probably all the color he needs. Okay. That's probably it for the snake. Let's do a little bit of shade here. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to try giving them a little bit of light texture. Oops. Okay. Now, let's get into some eagle shade. little bit darker east still. And I'll get some of the most dark spots. Okay. All right. I think I've got him there. I'm not sure. I don't want to have as much detail as it has on the actual flag on all of his feathers. They're a little bit strange looking. Alright, let's go over here and do some eagle shade on the sky. Okay, I think I'm going to give him a little bit of, let's clean this up. Oops. Okay, a little bit of lighter texture. So that Mexican eagle looks a bit odd that it seems to appear the three are overlapping, not your one on the flag. The three are overlapping. Oh, this is just my scrap on the side for me to see what the colors are. I probably don't need that anymore. So I've got his color slate in. Let's give him a little bit of I don't think I liked that. That was soft. Let's lighten it up a little bit. Alright, let's see how that goes. Okay, that helped him a little bit. I'm going to try that over here as well. This is a sponge texture that I made that I like, and it kind of looks to me like I did it on a textured paper.
of brown details here and there. Okay. Alright, that's the layer I wanted. A little bit of out on the lines. Okay, I think this may be done. Do I want a little bit of white? Dose of Dandy likes the sponge. Good, good. Alright, I think I'm going to give him a little bit of lighter on his beak as well. That would go here. Trunk does fold his hair kind of oddly. Yeah, he combs it over that way, and then he picks this bottom part and flops it over the top, and then he did very heavy hair stuff on this little wisp that goes over his ear. Okay, I think I might be done here. I've taken some liberties with the Mexican eagle, and there are some things about him, of course, that are not really very Mexican eagle-like. This Mexican eagle over here, the original, has such heavy depictions of each feather. It didn't look enough like a real character, so that's where I am with it. I think I might want to lighten some of this texture up a little bit. Let's do that. I think I went a little too heavy on it. So lighten this up, have a little less contrast up there. There, that's better. That was going to be so much contrast you'd be distracted by the contrast, because contrast really picks up when you print on paper. Old-fashioned print on paper. All right. Now let's give him a little bit of under the chin. Gray under the chin. Put that up here. Okay. Yeah, he's got some crazy comb overs happening. The back of his head is very interesting as well, like a big triangle. The whole back of the head is a comb over that's odd. Okay, this is done. So, folks, check it out. I'll blow it up to full screen size and give you detail.
So there we are. This puppy is done. I think I'm happy with the little bit different browns in them. So, okay, this is gonna go. Oh, look, a little bit of a fix here on the snake. Dum, 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 dum. Oh, thank you for the kind words, folks. There, that's what he needed. I was just a little bit too messy with him. Oh, and I forgot to white out his fangs. 100%. There we go. Needs a giant wall in the background. Yeah. All right. Okay, here they are. I think this needs the color, and I don't think I might not do a black and white version. I usually do a black and white version. Think about whether I do a black and white. I should do a black and white version, huh? All right, let's save. Okay. Now let's save as gray. I'm going to do a black and white version. See, just though you thought I was quitting, I have more to go. Okay, that's gray. What I like to do with this is combine these layers. So I've got all the color on one layer. And then I'm going to take a look at it in black and white. And it's looking kind of dark. So let's lighten things up a little bit. Opacity. See, the problem with the black and white is that it darks up. So I need to come in and just generally light things up. Beak's gonna be too dark. Needs more of contrast going on in black and white as well. So stuff like we don't want his feet to be the same color as what his feet are holding. And then, oh, hello, Dominoise. Dominoise, you need to follow me. I really need the follows. Okay, let's add another layer. And I'll add some more texture. Which it's going to need in black and white. I
add a little more light texture as well. Let's add a new layer. Okay, here is the black and white version. And that's it. Alright, so let's save the gray tone. Oh, I need to flatten. Okay, so that's it for me. Now all I'm doing is saving them and sending them out to the newspapers. So thank you much, folks, for joining me today. That will be the end of me for today. And I'm not quite sure when I'm doing this again, so you got to follow and hope you find me. And that will be the end of this video. Thank you for joining me today. Come to darylcagle.com to see all my past cartoons and past videos and comments on the cartoons. Come to cagle.com to see all of the cartoonists that are great in the world. And I will see you later.